On March 9, 2022, the French magazine Le Monde wrote, Mrs. Kim Gun-hee was the subject of constant rumors about her connection to shaman and even working as a call girl when she was a student. Even though there's a difference between the claim that Kim was a call girl and suspected of being a call girl, many people have been calling her a call girl ever since. Kim Gun-hee, who had apologized to the public and acknowledged allegations of various crimes such as forgery of her academic background and career, never showed up during the presidential campaign. On December 14, 2021, when the Korean press was focused on Kim Gun-hee's stock price manipulation crimes and her falsification of her education and career, she ran away from reporters who were waiting for her at her company, Government Contents. When reporters asked her about Julie controversy, she covered her face and ran away while her assistant grabbing her by the neck. We'll tell you about the origin of Julie and a call girl controversy in this video. There is only one reason that we're talking about Mrs. Kim Gun-hee. Voices for Truth has learned that Mrs. Kim and her mother have abused the power of the law to cover up their crimes, ruining the lives of anyone in their ways. It appears that Mrs. Kim's false academic background, career forgery, doctorate thesis plagiarism, and stock price manipulation will be conducted without a single subpoena investigation. Ultimately, the Korean mass media is predicting that prosecution will close the case with an acquittal. So let's take a look at Mrs. Kim's life and how she and her mother have abused the law up to now. After graduating from a small art college, Mrs. Kim, then known by her birth name of Kim Myung-shin, met a man who had changed her life. His name is Cho Nam-wook, and he was the chairman of Sambu Construction or architecture firm. So how could an ordinary art student meet a president of an architecture company? There was one common denominator, the Volcano Bar at the Ramada Hotel. Mr. Cho was the owner of the hotel. It is known that before her marriage, she and Cho Nam-wook met in 1997 and 1998 at the Ramada Hotel Volcano Bar. It was also known that Kim Myung-shin met a doctor at the Ramada Hotel, and at the age of 27, she got married, but they soon divorced. According to the citizen media Open Space TV, an investigative YouTube channel, she returned to Ramada Hotel after her divorce. Over 10 people who had worked there as employees and people who have business at the Ramada Hotel have testified that they remember seeing Kim Gun-hee and Cho together at the bar many times. What's interesting is that all of them remember her as Julie. We don't know for sure what her exact role at the bar, but people claim that she worked there as a bar girl as a college student. Kim Gun-hee, who had a special relationship with Cho Nam-wook, was introduced to a competent prosecutor named Yang Jae-taek, who was well known enough to be nominated as the possible next prosecutor general. Shortly after, they began an affair. Chairman Cho Nam-wook and the prosecutor Yang met dozens of times while playing golf, and the prosecutor Yang's name appeared frequently in Chairman's journal. The problem was that Yang Jae-taek was a married man with 2 children. His children were studying in the United States, and his wife was living with them to take care of them. It is said that he lived alone in Korea and sent his family living expenses. While his children and his wife were living in the States, Yang and Mrs. Kim started sharing an apartment called Acro Vista from 2005 to 2008. Several fact checks about their affair will be dealt with separately. As prosecutor Yang became deeply involved in case involving Kim Gun-hee and her mother, his promotion was pushed back. After being refused a promotion several times, Yang resigned to work full-time as a lawyer. And their affair ended when his wife, who had been in the States, returned to Korea. Prosecutor Young's mother said in an interview with the citizen media Open Space TV, her son and Kim Gun-hee had an affair while her daughter-in-law and grandchildren were living in the States, and Kim Gun-hee called her mom and behaved like a daughter-in-law. After the relationship with the prosecutor Yang ended, Kim Gun-hee visited Chairman Cho Nam-wook and asked for another prosecutor who would protect her from a lawsuit regarding her mother's business. In the meantime, Prosecutor Yang divorced his wife. Cho Nam-wook introduced Yoon Suk-yeol to Kim Gun-hee, and she started living with him in the same apartment building but on a different floor. What's important thing to understand is that Kim Gun-hee was a defendant in a lawsuit while she was living first with the prosecutor Yang, later prosecutor Yoon Suk-yeol. Then, what is the relationship between Chairman Cho Nam-wook and President Yoon Suk-yeol? Evidence has emerged that Chairman Cho Nam-wook had a good relationship with Yoon Suk-yeol while he was a prosecutor. News reported that Mr. Yoon Suk-yeol received gifts and entertainment from Chairman Cho while Sambu Construction, the company of Chairman, was under investigation from 2005 to 2015 during his tenure as a public prosecutor and protected him 3 times. The more we dig, the more it appears that Kim Gun-hee and her mother had to have a man with powerful legal influence to avoid many lawsuits they were facing. In the next video, we'll talk about an unfortunate man who lost almost everything during the 19-year court battle with them.